that cervical cancer affects women of all ages and that it's curable? 34 out of 100,000 women in Africa are diagnosed with cervical cancer every year. I know that this is a super uncomfortable topic, guys, but let's talk about it.
The doctor confirmed, yes, you have cervical cancer. I told her that's a lie, not me.
We are in the iconic Matatu, which usually is a public place, but today it's the place where we're going to have a very candid conversation. So Saumu, before you actually got the diagnosis, did you know anything about cervical cancer?
Yeah, I did. I was mobilizing for the HPV vaccine for kids 9 to 14. I just knew the basic things. I didn't know it affected like everybody, but I just had a little bit knowledge about it.
More than 95% of all cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, HPV. It is the most common viral infection of the reproductive tract and is transmitted through sex or intimate skin contact. What point did you then start to feel like something is not okay, something is going on with me?
I was having like vaginal discharge, sometimes were yellowish, brownish, with bad odor. All I could bleed between periods. I was feeling itchy. I had severe cramps. Sometimes I couldn't walk because of the cramps. I felt so much pain, but I didn't think it was cancer.
At what point did you realize there could be something more here? This is not just an infection.
October there, I think there was an outreach for cervical cancer screening. The doctor screened me. The lady doctor told me, this is not normal because I'm seeing a clump on your cervix and I don't think it's normal. So I'll just refer you to Kenyatta. At Kenyatta, I found a lady doctor who screened me again. Then she called my grandmother outside. They went and talked. Then my grandmother came and told me, the doctor said, you are having cancer symptoms, cervical cancer symptoms. That was my toughest moment. Even I didn't hear much, I blacked out.
How old were you at that time?
19.
The early stages of cervical cancer usually present with no symptoms, and this symptom-free phase can last between 10 to 15 years. That's why screening is so important. What are some of the other challenges you've gone through as somebody who's living with cervical cancer?
Financial challenges, getting the medication. One tablet can cost 300 or 350 shilling, and you need to get 3 tablets a day.
Wow, that's quite expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us about how other people reacted to you getting the diagnosis,
Like my family, they had a positive reaction. They were very supportive to me. And like my friends they just stigmatized me. But my family, my husband, my sister, my son, they were very supportive. Very, very supportive. Yeah. My grandmother checks up on me like every time. She'll just be calling me, are you okay? Did you take food today? Did you take your medicine today?
So Saumu, I can already tell that you're a fighter. Maybe you can tell us how you've been fighting this condition.
Recently, I accepted myself, and at first I was in fear. I even feared sleeping. So me, because I see I have a son who is always like looking up to me, he gives me strength, and I've decided that I'll always take my medication because my doctors, they keep telling me that I'll get better, and I know I'll get better.
Condoms can protect you from getting the HPV infection. And lastly, there's actually a HPV vaccine, which is highly effective. Thank you so much, Saumu, for sharing with us. I know it was a very intimate conversation and you shared so much, but I can assure you it was very informative, and there's somebody who's watching who's going to be empowered by this conversation. Feel free to share and engage us in the comments.